Tucker Carlson is lying.
Not a single Western journalist has bothered to interview the president of the other country.
That's a lie. CNN asked for Putin for an interview, and he told us to f off.
Most Americans have no idea why Putin invaded Ukraine.
Tucker Carlson is a great journalist. I would never have the set of Zyn cans to go to Russia. Did you see him wrestle that bear like Alex Terrible? It was amazing.
Americans have a right to know all they can about a war they're implicated in.
Oh, f this, I'm out of here.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. An important reminder that journalism is sacred, okay? Our First Amendment is first for a reason. And only journalists and credentialed reporters through corporate media outlets and the highest quality of person should be allowed to interview world leaders, especially world leaders at war. And for that, I bring you, ladies and gentlemen, the only person qualified to interview Volodymyr Zelenskyy, the patron saint of Kyiv, Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is, in fact, someone who asks tough questions.
It's very important
in flannel shirts.
to have this. You made a decision about this compact of
special,
very concrete steps.
Conversation. Wow. So eloquent, so beautiful. Let's just hear it one more time. What does the supreme leader have to say to our brawny man looking interviewer in her lumberjack outfit? Let's go.
Have to have this. You made a decision about this compact of very concrete steps.
So profound. Thank you, Greta, for your sacrifice, for journalism, and for information. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to be a member of the corporate media, you're allowed to interview anyone you want. But if you are someone who has a much larger audience than all corporate media combined, and you want to interview somebody who's a world leader or just important, well, then this is what our corporate press is going to look like. They are going to lose their ever-loving minds, which is exactly what they're doing with Tucker Carlson right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a particular anchor on CNN named Erin Burnett, who decided to seethe, cry, and wail while ripping and rending her garments on air about Tucker Carlson daring to go and interview Vladimir Putin. CNN lost their mind. Lost their damn minds. Erin Burnett is somebody who was clutching her pearls as hard as possible, saying, in fact, that Tucker Carlson doesn't have the credentials to do this, and that he won't ask hard questions. But ladies and gentlemen, the internet is forever and has a very long memory. And we remember when Erin Burnett went to go interview Volodymyr Zelenskyy and asked some real tough questions, ladies and gentlemen. Real journalism is nearly weeping in the presence of Zelenskyy and begging him to tell you his favorite type of music.
As a human being, so many people look up to you. They rely on you. No one can imagine how hard that is. Do you do anything for yourself? Are you ever able to take a minute to read or to listen to music or something to sort of give yourself that a moment?
She's almost crying. Look at this. Look at that. She's almost crying. Look at her. She's getting weepy.
To read or to listen to music or something to sort of give yourself that a moment.
I have such moments, important, to be in silence, to be alone. Alone, how can I be alone? Alone I can be with music, it's true, or with a book. And early in the morning, when there are no sounds in...
No air raid sirens.
No people, nobody. I mean, the people...
First off, how short is Zelenskyy? Two, why is this guy always wearing some greaseball Eastern European tracksuit? Look at him in a little muscle shirt there. Because he's an actor. He's playing a part. Look, he's literally, by trade, he's an actor. Go look at his Wikipedia. It says Zelenskyy, actor.
Our staff. I mean, nobody is in my cabinet.
And he deserves an Academy Award for this one.
Read, think, and the music helps, really.
What music do you like?
Oh, I like AC/DC, And Ukrainian music, of course, I like Ukrainian music a lot because Ukrainian, that's native language. That's why you understand not only music, you understand the words and etc. AC/DC, I don't understand all the words because of.
You like the music.
Yeah, I like energy of AC/DC. I like Eric Clapton, a lot of Guns N' Roses. Maybe it's too old music for.
I understand. We're the same. We're the same.
I love it. No, it's.
We're the same. We're the same. Look at this image. Oh my God. This is what Elon Musk had to say as it pertains to the actual interviews that Zelenskyy has gotten. To be fair, it's hard to talk to them while giving a blowjob at the same time. Who are the American journalists who conduct even minimally adversarial interviews with Zelenskyy? Asked Glenn Greenwald. Elon Musk responding, it's hard to talk while giving a blowjob at the same time. Oh, isn't that just perfect?
No, it's important to have sometimes at 6, 7 in the morning, some trainings.
Workout.
Yes, workouts. Or to do something with music, with such music, which gives you energy for all the day.
Oh, okay. Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you, CNN. Thank you, CNN, the arbiters of journalism, the arbiters of the free press, conducting such a hard-hitting interview, the most important interview, perhaps in the history of humankind, is what kind of music does the greasy, corrupt, scandal-laden dictator of Ukraine listen to? The man who banned the Christian church in Ukraine. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, try not to laugh. CNN host on the verge of tears as they fight waterworks after Tucker confirms Putin interview. This has gone nuclear on our account. It's so funny. You got to check this out. Watch her hold back sobbing tears. Her voice is literally cracking here, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make it up. They're crying because they're not able to interview Putin and ask him, what's your favorite music? Tee. Watch.
Interview the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin.
Tucker Carlson is lying from the streets of Russia, no less.
Not a single Western journalist has bothered to interview the president of the other country involved in this conflict, Vladimir Putin.
That's a lie. Serious news outlets, including CNN, have requested Putin to interview over and over again.
Most Americans have no idea why Putin invaded Ukraine or what his goals are now. They've never heard his voice.
Another lie. Serious news outlets, including CNN, have covered and, of course, reported on Putin's words since this war began, including one of his baseless justifications for the invasion of Ukraine, which he initially claimed was to stop the Nazis.
First, because it's our job. We're in journalism.
Tucker Carlson is not a journalist, not even close. And his former employer in a court case actually agreed. Quote, the general tenor of the show should then inform a viewer that Carlson is not stating actual facts about the topics he discusses and is instead engaging in exaggeration and non-literal commentary.
2 years into a war that's reshaping the entire world, most Americans are not informed. They have no real idea what's happening in this region, here in Russia or 600 miles away in Ukraine.
For 2 years, real journalists have risked their lives to report from the ground each and every day in Russia and in Ukraine, including 2 U.S. journalists who are right now baselessly being detained.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what actually accounts for journalism on CNN. It is a humiliation. This is never about Tucker Carlson or CNN, Fox News, Vladimir Putin. It's not about any of that. It's completely about control. They are losing audience, hand over fist. They are losing influence over our culture and country. And they are now panicking because guys like Tucker Carlson gets more views on a video posted freely on X than they get for the entire year. Tucker Carlson interviews with Javier Milei or with Donald Trump do hundreds of millions of views. You could argue that Tucker Carlson's interview with the president of Argentina is the most watched interview in human history at 500 million views. And will this Putin interview do 1 billion? Possibly. Let's let Tucker Carlson speak for himself as to why he did it.
For example, since the day the war in Ukraine began, American media outlets have spoken to scores of people from Ukraine, and they've done scores of interviews with Ukrainian President Zelensky. We ourselves have put in a request for an interview with Zelensky, and we hope he accepts. But the interviews he's already done in the United States are not traditional interviews. They are fawning pep sessions specifically designed to amplify Zelensky's demand that the U.S. enter more deeply into a war in Eastern Europe and pay for it. That is not journalism. It is government propaganda. Propaganda of the ugliest kind, the kind that kills people. At the same time, our politicians and media outlets have been doing this, promoting a foreign leader like he's a new consumer brand. Not a single Western journalist has bothered to interview the president of the other country involved in this conflict, Vladimir Putin. Most Americans have no idea why Putin invaded Ukraine or what his goals are now. They've never heard his voice. That's wrong. Americans have a right to know all they can about a war they're implicated in, and we have the right to tell them about it because we are Americans too. Freedom of speech is our birthright. We were born with the right to say what we believe. That right cannot be taken away no matter who is in the White House. But they're trying anyway. Almost 3 years ago, the Biden administration illegally spied on our text messages and then leaked the contents to their servants in the news media. They did this in order to stop a Putin interview that we were planning. Last month, we're pretty certain they did exactly the same thing once again. But this time, we came to Moscow anyway. We are not here because we love Vladimir Putin. We are here because we love the United States, and we want it to remain prosperous and free. We paid for this trip ourselves. We took no money from any government or group, nor are we charging people to see the interview. It is not behind a paywall. Anyone can watch the entire thing, shot live to tape and unedited, on our website, tuckercarlson.com. Elon Musk, to his great credit, has promised not to suppress or block this interview once we post it on his platform, X, and we're grateful for that. Western governments, by contrast, will certainly do their best to censor this video on other less principled platforms because that's what they do. They are afraid of information they can't control. But you have no reason to be afraid of it. We are not encouraging you to agree with what Putin may say in this interview, but we are urging you to watch it. You should know as much as you can. And then, like a free citizen and not a slave, you can decide for yourself. Thanks.
Oh, so what if somebody had an adversarial interview with Zelensky? What if somebody perhaps asked him about the homes and luxury yachts that he was buying with war money? Putin's friend is accusing Zelensky of using middlemen to purchase luxury homes and 2 yachts in Dubai with an estimated value of $91 million. This man, Viktor Medvedchuk, says instead of helping Ukrainian pensioners with whom Zelensky cries so much in the West, he withdraws money honestly earned from the Ukraine conflict to offshore companies, not bothering about investing money in his country's own economy, defense, and statehood. Oh, yeah. Fact checked. Did Ukraine's Zelensky buy $48 million yacht? They're unsure. The fact that they're unsure is pretty dangerous. Oh, yeah, baby. Ukraine's Zelensky accused of buying yachts with Western aid money. Oh, I look forward to the reporters. I look forward to Erin Burnett asking Zelensky about that right after she's done with her romantic massage, which I guess could be the most polite way to describe what she did here on camera with Zelensky. How would Elon Musk describe it? Elon Musk would say, well, you know what? Kind of hard to talk when you're giving someone a blowjob. To be fair, it's hard for them to talk while giving a blowjob at the same time. Ooh, baby. Oh, yeah. Into my veins, ladies and gentlemen. A reminder that this is what the free press is all about. The free press is all about reporting on things that powerful people don't want you to see. And that's what we'll continue to do here. God bless Tucker Carlson. God bless the truth. The truth shall set you free. Like, share, and subscribe for more truth. It's your boy Benny. See you.